Hey guys, Dan here with Sterling Self Defense, and of course Badger, slacking in my chair. All right, doing a little open boxing, the new Umarex compressor. Let's check it out. Just got it in. This is a more compact one, portable. Hopefully it's a little quicker than the other one. I've been using the other model for about 3 years now. No problems, working great. You know, you can get the Chinese for guys that don't need to air up that much. Amazon's got cheap $150 Chinese ones. I don't like buying Chinese products myself, but you know. Hold on, Andrew's walking right into a video again. Does it once, now it's a million times. What's up, Andrew? Hold on. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with that. Dogs are out, everyone's running around. Everyone wants to see Andrew. Yeah. Well, sorry, guys. Back to the open boxing. All right. What was I saying? Okay. So, yeah, if you guys aren't airing up a lot, the Chinese cheap $150 models, I know these are expensive. They're like $700, and it's overkill if you're not airing up a lot. So the Chinese ones on Amazon, I tried them out years ago. I blew through 3 of them in under a year. But I air up a lot. But if you're airing up a lot or doing big tanks, they ain't going to work for you. They're going to blow up. But if you do go with them, you don't air up a lot, it works. $150, that's cheap. So I don't hold anybody against that. But remember, don't get the one. There's one model. Make sure you have an auto shut off, because no matter what you think, you're going to put a tank on, press start, you're going to walk away and forget about it. You say you're not, but you're gonna. And if you don't have an auto shut off, you're going to blow up the tank or blow the safeties off. So always get an auto shut off. Make sure it's got an auto shut off. And you can set, 3,000, 4,500, whatever you're going for. And don't get the one. There's another model that doesn't have an auto shut off. It also needs a bucket of ice you got to cool in. Piece of junk. Don't even waste your time, because it's a ridiculous amount of work. You got to go out and buy ice or make a shitload of ice, stick in a 5-gallon bucket, fill with water, and that's what cools the system. You want air-cooled, auto shut-off, $150, $200 on Amazon. They're like orange, blue, and green, all different colors. All right, back to this unboxing. All right, so it comes with cables. If you want to you're out in your car somewhere, and you're plinking in the woods or a mountain or whatever, you can hook your compressor up to your 12-volt car leads. Just throw it on the floor. All right. What do we got in here? There's water separate. All right, extra O-rings, always good. And this one's oilless. You never got to add oil to it. It seems quite a bit smaller than the other one. I got no room anywhere. I got crap everywhere. Plug. Here's our connection line. Now, one thing about the Chinese ones, they don't have universal adapters. They don't go on all the tanks. Like the cheap Chinese ones usually don't go on a first strike tank. It doesn't fit the nipple. Nipple's slightly different. So you got to end up changing this part. It's got a little plug there that you're never going to use. It's definitely lighter and smaller. Let's bring it over to the other one. Check it out. Watch out, Zach. All right. Here, that is the older version. So this one's quite a bit skinnier. 2¼ inches skinnier. And 3 inches, well, now, wow. Length about the same. A little lighter also. They said they improved a lot of things on this, like speed and stuff. But we shall see. All right, let's get it plugged in. Really, the plug goes up here? That's kind of weird. A 12-volt plug here, I could see that, but not the regular plug. I would have put this in the back. But I guess safe size, you're not rerouting lines. Your connection, your bleeder. Sugar is on there. Threaded on plastic? Yes, it is threaded on. That's your bleeder. Look up your line. Doesn't come with a water separator. That's surprising. I never use mine anyway, because if you're using a water separator, you gotta, drain it all the time. But you can pick up a water separator separately. I took mine off. I run the air conditioning here in the shop, so it's not humid. Now, if you run this thing outside, you're going to pull in a lot of humidity. You might want to use a separator. All right, on. Oh. On, off, on. That's for the car. Power there. Nice little easy setup. Let's go down to 3,000. Not too far. Oh, this thing goes quick, a lot quicker than the other one, which is great. The other one, I got to hold the button for like an hour. It's ridiculous. I did have a tank that I wanted to charge. Where is it? I just put a tank together. I don't know where to put it. All right, well, where is it? Where is my tank? I swore I had it right over here. Pepperball tank. Come on, where are you? Oh, it's right here. Yep, mine is a bat. Got this one set at 1100. Pump it up and check it. I forgot to take out the little plug. Like I said, the other one lasted me 3 years, so this one should be better. One would hope, anyway. But you never know till you try it out. I will let you know in 3 years if it is better, because it'll take that long. All right, so close off our valve. How do you start this thing? There we go. Oh, on off. Okay. Well, oh, you know what? I got it set to, got it plugged into one that's probably going to not hold. I got a long cord going from over there, and it's hooked into one of those things that hasn't cut off on it. All right, guys, I'm going to have to plug into somewhere else because that plug's not going to work for this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. I'm going to time it, see how long it takes. It's a lot quieter than my other one so far. Wow, it is going really quick. Wow, my other one, way longer than this. Might want to use a more stable table. Got a compressor and it moves up and down, so it's gonna rock quite a bit. But this thing is flying by, man. So much better than my other one. I'm gonna stop the video, but it's going really, really quick. My other one took so long, I got away from it, and I've been using a scuba tank, because this is, my other one just takes way too long. What I really want to try out is my scuba tank, because on my other one, it takes like a day. It's ridiculous. But I do it in sections, so it doesn't hurt the machine. But I think this thing will do it quick. Got a 2-stage fan. I just heard the second stage come in as it heats up. It's only at 87 degrees. Second stage fan came on. It's not even heating up. My other one would be at 120 by now. They're halfway mark right there. This thing is super fast. Oh, 2 minutes. All right, guys. Oh, that's not good. Oh, my tank went. Ah. Oh, the seal on my tank went. Oh, that was going great. Son of a bitch. All right, well, it's not the compressor. It's my tank. Wow, that was crazy fast. It was a gauge, right? I gotta stick some water. Well, still got some air in it. I'm pretty sure it's the gauge. Well, that's not a problem with the compressor. That is the tank, but well, it is a weak burst disc. The other one's okay. Which disc is that? I can't see it with the camera. Can you guys see it? So it's got to be the 18K. All right, well, at least I know that. All right, well, guys, we know it's blazing fast, and it works. Now I just got to change out the burst disc on this, and I can fill it back up. What's up, buddy? What's the problem? Well, he thinks those wires is Steve the Snake. He's having Steve issues. He's not a big Snake fan. All right, guys, let me get a new tank, and we'll try it again. Be right back. Hey, guys, I'm back. Zach figured out the problem. Right, Zach? Badger helped him. I didn't put a 10 on. The tank only came out to 1,000 because I only had a 5 thou, a 10 thou, and a 15. I needed another 10. So that was my bad. Good job, Zach, picking that up. And good job supervising, Badger. I'll try to be better next time. Yeah, I get it. Made a mistake. It happens. You don't have to rub it in, literally rubbing it in. All right, here's the 10 thou. So, all right, where's my other piece? So, there we go. Doesn't matter where you put them. There's the 10, 5, 10, 10, and 15. So now we'll have 1,000. That was my point. But you always got to have a gauge. You want to be able to check them to make sure. Because sometimes the spring's a little small. It don't take much. 5/10 and you're off. Where's my Allen key? There we go. 3/16. Got my tank going away over there. I'm pumping up my scuba tank. Man, I got to tell you, that Umarex is amazing. Blazing fast. They made some major improvements. Made it a lot smaller, a lot lighter, and a whole lot quicker. Man, good job there, Umarex. I am very impressed. Now, downside is I'll never be able to use my old one again. It's, like an antique in comparison to speed. It's a shame, but I'm going to have to retire her because I can't go back. Right, guys? Too much speed. All right, you stay comfortable. I'll go back to work. Okay, guys, I'm pumping it up now. It's only been running about 10 minutes. That's a big tank. And I started at like 2,300. So, it's blazing. All right, guys. I'm in the middle of the video, but this is actually happening after the video. So, go back to the video. All right, guys, I am back. Okay, 13 CI tank, 4 minutes, 54 seconds. So just under 5 minutes. That's super quick, man. Super quick, blazing fast compared to any of the other ones I've used. So, wow, very impressed. We'll see how it holds up. Next, I'll do my scuba tank. That's the real test. But let me check the pressure. I just set this one up for 1,100. Let's see if it's at 1,100. Always got to check, guys. Even if you got the kid in there, you never know. And when you're shimming your kits, remember, you cannot go over 50 thou. You got to stay under 50 thousandths of an inch. Otherwise, you'll get, surges in your tank. And that you do not want. That's with first strike. I'm not talking about any other regulators. All right, see what we got. All right, only 1,000 on this one. So I'm going to have to shim it up. I didn't measure them. I should have measured them. I have to bump it up another 5 thou probably. And it should get me to 1,100. But that was an 1,100 kit, and I didn't get 1,100. So, all springs aren't the same. So even if you got 1,100 kit, doesn't mean you're going to get 1,100. I've got a 5 thou, a 10 thou, and a 15 thou in there, and then a second 10 thou. Now, the first 3 gives you 1,000, and the extra 10 thou will bring you up to 1,100. But I didn't get 1,100, so I'm going to have to take the shims down and measure them, make sure I don't go over 50 thou, and try to get right under it just to get to 1,100. I'll do a test first before I do that, so we'll be testing at 1,000, because that's what this tank has right now. All right. And guys, we're asking me about doing a test, changing out my new slim mod on my sidearm, and putting in so basically showing, during the day, here's your carry. You got the slim mod, it's going to give, depending on the barrel, with this barrel, it's going to give you around 60-ish joules, between 53 and 60, depending on the temp, of course. So people want to know, okay, well, when I get home, I want to have more power to protect my family. If someone breaks into my house, and odds are, if someone breaks in your house, they're going to have a deadly weapon. Criminals don't break into houses without deadly weapons. So if they're breaking in your house, you want to have enough to be able to put them down if they have a firearm. All right, so, well, let's do the mod first. Take the mod out. This is the short. This one's not Cerakoted. I just spray painted. It's a quick prototype. This one is one being tested. You can tell because it does not have SSD on it yet. So, might as well test it as I'm going. I got too much shit here. Man, I gotta learn to stop cursing in the videos. I get demonetized for everything. Saying the G word, which I probably already said, plus say marker. And anytime I curse, I get demonetized. Not that I care. I don't do it for the money anyway. But that's the way YouTube is. Okay, now, so I'm putting on the HVA mod. Now, as soon as it starts getting tight, you want to back up a little bit, pull the trigger, and then send it home. So you don't see any threads, no threads. All right, take out the 6-inch barrel. What barrel we want to go with? Long barrel, rifle barrel. What do we want? I'll go long barrel. Everybody likes a long barrel test. 6.86, which a bore matched 6.86 mock suppressor. All right. Find some rounds here. I dropped them all over the place. What do I got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 in the pipe. And you can use it on and off. It's up to you. I'm not going to put one on. All right, we're all aired up. Now I have a live CO2 in here. I'm not going to use it. All right. Oh, I didn't fix my trap. Oh. A little bit of Red Bull all over the place here. Hey, and someone the other day commented a really good idea I never thought of. I was complaining about my trap material, and someone said, hey, have you tried chainmail? I have not tried chainmail. That's a really good idea, and I'm going to try and remember to order some. Because chainmail is definitely going to hold up, and it should absorb enough power where it doesn't bounce back because of the design of it. Wonder if I should go with an aluminum chainmail or stainless steel chainmail. But I think that's a really good idea. I want to try that out. Hopefully I remember to order some. But yeah, I'm sorry. Forget the guy who commented that. It was on one of my last video. I can't believe I never thought of that. It's such a great idea, man. Good idea. Can't believe no one's ever said that before. 10 years of trying to find a good material, and I never thought of chainmail. See, got to think outside the box. All right, first shot. 1,000 PSI, 8-gram joules, Grimberg, not the Chinese fakes. 606, woo! 610, 604, went right in the box. 606, I don't know if I can shoot anymore. 606. All right. I can't shoot anymore. I ripped down my material and I put it through a hole in the other material. So if I shoot again, it's going to go right through there, bounce back, and kill me. Whoo! Monster numbers, monster numbers. So went from the slim cap between 50 and 53 and 60 joules to holy over 606 FPS. That's crazy. All right, guys, that is some power. Well, like I said, you don't be walking around with that kind of power. You don't need that outside your house. When you're, carrying outside the house, less than lethal. 35 joules and up, is all you need. Everyone's like, oh, Sterling's using too much power. He's ruining everything. Go back to all my videos. One thing I always say is, 35 joules and up is all you need to stop somebody outside your house. But you got people breaking in your house, they're most likely going to have a firearm. So you need power to protect yourself. So this kind of power I don't recommend outside the house. This is for home protection for people who live in states where they can't have firearms. Or they, did something stupid when they are young and so they can't buy a firearm. There's a lot of reasons. Or they're uncomfortable with firearms. Have you guys ever seen that one video? This one guy, look it up on YouTube, but this guy's sleeping. Somebody breaks into his house with a gun, and the guy grabs his gun, and you'll see he has no experience with the gun at all. Picks it up, goes to shoot it, and then just keeps pulling the trigger and shooting all over the place, screaming and yelling, shoots himself in the leg. Then he's laying on the ground, empties a whole mag in his room, shooting all over the place, and he's laying on his floor screaming for help. And like the guy he just shot at is going to come back and help him. But crazy video. Look it up. Just use any of those words. I'm sure it'll come up. But that's a guy who had no firearms training. Just pulled the trigger and didn't expect the kick, I guess, and kept pulling it. But like I said, a firearm like that, kids around, dangerous. You're shooting inside your house. It goes through the person, through a wall. Could hit one of your kids, your wife, your spouse, your dog. This is a safer option with children and all those other things around. And, much less of a kick than an actual firearm. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.